Welcome into episode 14 of my Fremennik only Ironman series. In the previous episode, we went to our first DK's trip. We killed Rex 5 times. We didn't get anything significant, but it was a good confidence booster just so I know I can get there by myself and I can solo Rex. I think goals in this episode, I'm going to be working on killing some cave crawlers so I can get my Herblore level up. Currently sitting at level 27. And then as you see here, I am still fishing some tuna and swordfish. I want to get all the way up to level 80 cooking so I can cook the sharks in my bank. And that way I don't need to rely on Barbarian Assault to go and get more cooked sharks. Along with that, I plan on doing at least one more DK trip. I don't know, I'll see how it goes the next time I go through. I'm going to try and get more than 5 kills. I'll bring more anti-poisons. And then I think I don't really need a prayer potion, but I'll still bring one just in case. I think I brought both of them last time, so I'll just bring one and then I can trade that out for an anti-poison. I think that was the only reason why I didn't last that long. As well as I did read some comments in the last video, and higher range defense is what I need because once I get into the dungeon, that's where I'm going to do most of my tanking anyway. So I'll look through my bank and see what my best range defense setup is. I don't need to really have too much magic accuracy just because Dagannoth Rex is not very strong against magic. So I'll make sure to work with that when I go to DKs next. And lastly, I finished my first Slayer task, which was bears, and then I got my next Slayer task, which was cave bugs. Unfortunately, I can't do cave bugs in my region. Reading through some comments, I'm going to do Slayer eventually, so I might as well just do it now, where if I get a Slayer task outside of my region, I'll go do it, collect no drops, and then come back and get my next task. So I think I'll do that, and then I will get a task from Vanica, and if I can't do it, I'll skip it and go back to Turiel with the NPC contact. We'll see how that goes, and if there's a lot of tasks I can't do, maybe I'll just hold off on Slayer a little bit longer. But anyways, enjoy episode 14. So for episode 14, I'm going to start it off at Barbarian Assault. For some reason, I kind of wanted to play some games through it and try and get maybe some of the items I still need, which would be, say, U-logs or magic logs. But before I do that, I'm actually going to buy the granite body for 95k. Money doesn't really matter too much to me right now, so 95k isn't too bad. And it is actually my best in slot range defense, as I just mentioned in the intro there. It gives a plus 97 defense for range, so that's far superior to like the fighter torso, which is plus 67. So I'll definitely bring that to my next DK's trip. Just finished up one quick kill as attacker. I'm just going to go ahead and do a high gamble now. Maybe I'll get lucky and get the magic logs I need, or even maybe have a pet. So here we go. I will do that. Attacker points. And we end up getting 49 black dragon hides. So eventually, once I have the spell on the lunar spell book to tan dragon hides, I think I can use those, but that's a long way away. I think I need to actually do like the Fremennik hard diaries as well to tan leather. So that might not even be achievable. As mentioned in the intro, I decided that I will do this first cave bug slayer task. I think it was only like 7 of them to do, so I should finish this just in a couple seconds here. Like I said, I won't pick up any loot if it's outside of my region. For Fremennik Exiles, I need level 60 Slayer, and that's not something I can really lamp from 12 all the way up. I wouldn't do Fremennik Exiles for years at that point. So I am just going to try and do these tasks outside as quickly as possible, collect no loot, and then I will go back and use NPC contact and try and get a task in my region. Okay, so I decided that I won't do Vanica, I'll do Majna instead because he still gives me a chance of getting like dogs, bats, and bears as opposed to Vanica who doesn't. So I could really only see like cave crawlers possibly being on his table. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick him and see if I can get a task that's inside my region. And here we go, and the task is going to be 69 wolves. So I can do that in my region. That is a great task. If I kill I think all the wolves are in like the level 60s combat, so I should get a lot of experience from that. Let's go ahead and finish up this task. First wolf kill of the task coming in here. So it looks like these are all level 64 wolves, and I think they have 69 hit points, so that should give me close to maybe 4k experience. So I'll go ahead and do this Quizmaster, and hopefully I'll get something good, and then I will finish up this task, and I should get close to level 20. 13 Slayer. Level 16 Slayer. There's level 17 Slayer, and one more hit should get me level 67 hit points, and there it is. 2 quick levels there. Level 20 Slayer. That unlocks rock slugs, which I can't do, but we are slowly getting these levels. I think I have maybe 28 more, so I might actually get maybe 22, 23, and that would be a pretty good point for this task. And with that final kill, we finished the task. We got 23 Slayer. Let's go get our next task. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our next Slayer task. Hopefully we can do this one as well. That'd do back-to-back in our region, and 44 Hobgoblins, so we can go ahead and do that up by the rock crabs. I think there's only a spawn of 1 or 2 of them, so it may take a little bit longer, but anything in my region works for me. One thing that occurred to me in my last task was that I should make some bracelets of slaughter. It gives me a chance of not taking a kill from my kill count. It has 40 charges on it, so overall it's going to help me with my experience in my region, as well as I can make expeditious bracelets for Slayer tasks outside my region so I can finish those up quicker. And with this last hit here, that's going to be level 25 Slayer, and that will unlock cockatrices. So I can't do them because I don't have a mirror shield, but every level counts. Level 26 Slayer. Just finished up that Hobgoblins task, so we are going to grab another task here, and I finished up with level 26 Slayer on that task. Hopefully we get something again in our region, and let's see what we get. 62 Calphite, so we can't do that. Let me go ahead and grab some more runes, and then we can skip this task and try and get another one. So it actually looks like you can't skip that task. I just went through the dialogue again, and Turiel did not let me skip it. I think Calphites are considered like a low-end task, so it's not skippable. So I'll hold off on that for a while, and then I'll move on to something else. So I've been fishing for a while, and I got an XP lamp and an XP book. So with these 2 lamps and the book onto rune crafting, it's going to get me up to level 21 rune crafting with that first lamp there. And then with this, I'm going to go ahead and apply it right into rune crafting as well. And this will be a nice chunk there for 315. And we're only 1 more book or lamp away from level 22. At level 25, I can start making rune cases in my house. And this is the first fishing level since episode 1 of the account, level 77 fishing. I think I'm about 200 or 300 fish away from having enough to get up to level 80 cooking, so that'll be my last fishing level for a long time. But anyways, we'll finish it up and then we will get 80 cooking. We are now 1 level away from cooking sharks. There is level 79 cooking. We had just enough swordfish left over for level 80 cooking. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab an inventory of raw sharks, and then we will see just how many I burn in 1 inventory at level 80 cooking. Only ended up burning 9. Not too bad. Alright, so after finishing up that fishing and cooking grind, I've decided that I want to try some more Rex solos. I'm trying to get at least 1 ring so I can keep the progress of the account going, but I mean, I'm just going to go and see how many kills I can get. Compared to my last trip, I went away and took one of the prayer potions away. I think I really only need it for emergency situations. If something goes wrong, then I can sip a dose or 2 if I need to. With that, I've added 1 extra anti-poison instead, so I can stay a little bit longer. I've added 200 more casts, and then I took away the energy potion as well because I know where I can stop in the dungeon itself so that I can recharge my run energy. So I've added 1 more shark as well. Hopefully we can try and get more than the 5 kill trip we did the first time, and hopefully we don't die. I always keep the ring of life on just in case. So I was able to make it down to the final part here with just using 2 sharks, and then I have 15 prayer points. That should be plenty for me to get the Dagannoth Rex into position. I just need to go down this ladder a couple times and hope that I don't get tanked by the Primer Supreme. But I think this was a lot more successful. I know more so where to pray and where not to pray. So only 2 sharks taken. I'm going to sit here and wait for my run, and I'm going to probably restore my hit points maybe to at least like 60. So after that, let's hope we can get it on one of our first few tries to get Rex into the spot. Well, that was pretty unsuccessful. I had to drink a dose of prayer potion, and I got hit all the way down to 22 when I ran into the lair. I thought I had the clear, but then I got aggroed. So I guess I'll gear back up and head back out. I was able to get some help to get into the lair the second time, and this is going to be the first kill of the trip, hoping for something good. And an Addy plate body, so it's a decent alk, but always looking for those rings or the dragon axe. And this should be kill number 2 of the trip, and we end up getting an Addy axe. Loop half of key. Rex kill count number 10 coming in. I'd like to thank Bad Ironman for helping me out. He was able to clear the path for me, and there is a Myth Warhammer. So we're doing good on food. The anti-poisons are running out pretty quickly, so I may have to end this trip earlier than I want. Next time I'll be sure to bring at least one more anti-poison. Potentially the last kill of the trip, and ooh, prayer potion. That's actually pretty useful. So I think I'm gonna go until I either get poisoned or actually I think I can do one more. Luckily this kill was a very fast kill, so this is gonna be double digits on this trip, 10 kills, bringing my total KC up to 15 with this last hit here. And law runes, that's actually pretty helpful. I need those for house teleports. So we will go ahead and grab our Dagannoth hide, law runes, and we'll get out of here. Very successful trip. Again, thank you to one of my clan chat mates, Bad Ironman, for helping me out and clearing the way for me. So there we go, 10 kills in that trip. I think the next time I'll bring one more anti-poison or maybe even two more in place of the sharks. So overall, very successful trip, and I'm looking forward to doing more Rex now that if I bring somebody with me, I don't need to worry as much about getting into the room. So once I get past that part, it's just easy sailing from there. So I'm going to need to get some more Marintels for some anti-poisons, plus I need the Herblore experience anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just camp these cave crawlers for a little bit, hopefully get a lot of Marintels and a lot of other herbs as well. Just because I'm still sitting at level 27, and I mean, ideally I like to get up to 38, even 48 I think, for super anti-poisons. That'll make DKs a lot easier. But as of right now, I'm going to stick with the anti-poisons. I don't see myself getting 21 herb levels for a long time. Level 63 range. I don't know, I find this kind of interesting. So I got poisoned at cave crawlers, and rather than waste a dose, I decided that I'll just run out the poison, but realized it does a lot of damage because it starts at 8. But I realized that you still get poisoned while doing this, as well as you can also eat while you're pedaling, and you don't lose any experience. So something interesting. I don't know how many people would even know about that, or I mean, I guess it's not really a well-used option for agility, but for me, it's pretty helpful knowing that I can eat while doing this if I have my poison going. Alright, so we are going to go and do another Rex run. I'm bringing one extra anti-poison this time, so hopefully my runs last a little bit longer. I had plenty of sharks last time, so I'm not too worried about that. And then I have about 12 kills worth of casts. So that might not be a lot, but I think that if I get lucky, maybe stretch it out to 13. So let's go and give it a shot. Unlike my last run, I actually got to Rex on my first time down the ladder. They were both standing in the middle, Prime and Supreme, so I was able to run around, and here we go. Looking for 12 kills this trip at least. First kill of the trip coming in, and we end up getting a steel kite shield. So that is Dagannoth Rex kill count 16. I don't think I'll show every kill going forward now that I've done the first 15 or so showing those kills. Maybe every like 2 or 3 kills I'll come back in unless I get something good. So there we go, let's keep going. Third kill of the trip, and we get another steel kite shield. Kill number 6 of the trip, and rock shell plate body. So that is a new item. I think that's gonna be, yeah, that's Rex's extra drop there. So it's not as good as the granite plate body, so there's not a lot of use for me there, but it is a unique, and I'm happy about that. Lucky number 7 of the trip. Can we get back-to-back uniques? No. So we're going to get 5 bass, which is kind of helpful. I don't really need the food, but I'll be sure to pick it up so I can maybe prolong my trip a little bit longer. I think I'm going to run out of runes, so it's about 30 to 40 casts. I think I maybe have 5 more kills left. 6 if I get really lucky. I think that last kill only took 31 death runes, so that's not bad, but that's not a sustainable pace. But we keep going. Rex kill number 11, and another steel kite shield. I think in my 26 kills, I think I've gotten maybe 5 or 6 steel kite shields, so that is the item that I will be getting until I get the ring. Alright, give me something good here on the last kill of the trip, an Addy Axe. So that will finish up this trip. That's going to be a 12 kill count trip. My last trip was 10, and my first trip was 5. So overall, I'm happy to say that I'm improving, and I know now more what to do. So I think, just thinking about it, I need to buy a lot more runes to bring with me. I can probably sacrifice one more shark for another anti-poison, and with that, I could probably extend the trips close to 20, depending on how lucky I get with getting poisoned and the damage I take from everything. But overall, I'm happy with the trip. I got the rock shell plate body. It doesn't do me anything over what the granite body is. The granite body just beats that in every category. So I won't be using it, but if I can get the legs, there will definitely be an upgrade over the yak hide legs that I have now. Overall, successful trip. The Rune Lake counter says 172k, with 111k of that being just the bones, and then the rock shell is 39k. So everything else really wasn't that good. I mean, the coal's going to help me out. And then 3 steel kite shields, 2 myth warhammers, and 2 addy axes. But I'm actually pretty excited to keep going back and getting some more runs of Rex. I think I need to go and farm up some more anti-poisons first. And then I have about 800k in the bank, so I can buy a lot more death runes. That's not an issue now. But I know later on I'm going to eventually be running low on money and death runes. So I'll probably have to go back and do the high alch method of the yak hide armor, just because it turns such a big profit. But anyways, let's head over and head back to cave crawlers. In between my cave crawler runs, I've done some pedaling and coming up with our first agility level in quite some time, level 41. And with this attack potion here, this is going to get us up to level 28 Herblore. So each level is coming by pretty slow. We're at 1200 experience per level there. So a lot of time left at cave crawlers. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up episode 14 there with that final DK run. So in this episode, we did kill DK quite a few times. I think in total it was 22 times. So the hunt has begun. Hopefully in the next episode, I want to try and get at least one of the ring drops. Even if it's the Ring of Life, I think I'll just show that anyway. But hopefully in the next episode, I can get some type of unique, the B ring, the warrior ring, or the dragon axe. And then that'll really keep motivating me to keep doing Rex. Unfortunately, the anti-poisons are becoming an issue, and eventually my cash deck's going to be dwindled down to nothing because of the death runes. But while we're riding this wave, I'm just going to keep going and keep killing Rex with the death runes and a couple anti-poisons here and there that I get from cave crawlers. But overall, I'm starting to enjoy this account a lot more just because I have got to the DKs portion. It does require a lot of grinding still, but hey, gotta grind to get to where you want to be. So anyways, one other thing, I was editing this video and I noticed some microphone issues. I think some of the clips were a little poor audio quality, so sorry about that. I will look to get that corrected in the next episode. But anyways, thanks for watching episode 14 and look out for episode 15 shortly.